Good morning, students. Welcome to the geometry online session. This is the second session on quadrilaterals, and in the previous session we have learned about the definition of quadrilateral, different kinds of quadrilateral and their properties. Okay, so what is the definition of quadrilateral? Yes, a closed figure with four sides is called as quadrilateral. Then we have seen 5 types of quadrilateral. Which are the 5 types we have seen? Yes, parallelogram, rectangle, rhombus, square and trapezium. We have also seen different properties of these quadrilaterals. Now let's see the properties of parallelogram. First property is adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. Second property is opposite sides of a parallelogram are congruent. Third property is opposite angles of a parallelogram are congruent. And diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. After that we have learned two theorems. First theorem, opposite sides and opposite angles of a parallelogram are congruent. Now what is the meaning of this? So if you have quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram, it means that side AB is parallel to side DC, side AD is parallel to side BC. It is given to us. Then what we have to prove? We have to prove that sec AD is congruent to sec BC, sec DC is congruent to sec AB, and angle ADC is congruent to angle CBA. Opposite angles are also congruent. And similarly, which are the other pair of opposite angles? Angle DAB and angle BCD. So this way you have to show if your quadrilateral is a parallelogram, then their opposite sides and opposite angles are congruent. Okay, so you have to remember the statements. Second one, diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. That means if you have a parallelogram PQRS and diagonal PR and diagonal QS intersects in point O, then what you can say? Bisect means they divide each other in equal parts. That means sec PO is congruent to sec RO, sec SO is congruent to sec OQ. Okay, so this was the theorem. Now let's solve practice set 5.1. Now in practice set 5.1, first sum we did in the last session. Now we are going to do the second one. In a parallelogram ABCD, if angle A is equal to 3x plus 12 degree, angle B is equal to 2x minus 32 degree, then find the value of x and then find the measures of angle C and angle D. So now let's start with the first. We will draw a diagram according to the given information. So angle A measures 3x plus 12 degree, angle B measures 2x minus 32 degree, and you have to find angle C and angle D. So first we will write quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. It is given to us. So we know the properties of parallelogram. So if you add these two angles, angle A and angle B, these are the adjacent angles. Yes. So we know that adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. That means their addition must be 180 degree. So angle A plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. Now let's substitute the value of angle A and angle B here. Angle A is 3x plus 12 degree plus angle B is 2x minus 32 degree. That is equal to 180 degree. Let's open up the brackets. 3x plus 2x is 5x plus 12 minus 32. You have to find the difference between these two and sign of bigger number. So here you will have minus 20. That is equal to 180. 5x is equal to, now shift this minus 20 to the other side. It will be 180 plus 20, that is 200. So your x will be 200 upon 5, that is equal to 40. Okay. Now you got the value of x. So to find the values of angle C and angle D, we have to substitute the values of x in these measures. Okay, so let's write down. Angle A is equal to 3x plus 12 degree, that is equal to 3 into x value is 40. So 3 into 40 plus 12 degree, 3 into 40 is 120 plus 12, that is equal to 132 degree. So your angle A is 132 degree. Now let's find out angle B. Angle B is equal to 2x minus 32 degree. So 2 into x is 40 minus 32. So 2 into 40 is 80 minus 32 degree, that is equal to 48 degree. So therefore angle C is equal to angle A, because angle C and angle A, these two angles are opposite angles, and we know that opposite angles of a parallelogram are congruent. Similarly, you know angle B, so angle D will be equal to angle B. So angle D is equal to angle B is equal to 48 degree. Therefore, your final answer is the value of x is 40 and the measures of angle C and angle D are 132 degree and 48 degree respectively. I hope you all are understanding this. Now let's move on to the next question. Third sum. Perimeter of a parallelogram is 150 centimeter. One of its side is greater than the other side by 25 centimeter. Find the lengths of all sides. Now what is given here? Yes, perimeter of a parallelogram is given. So how do we find perimeter? If you add all the four sides of this quadrilateral, you will get the perimeter of this quadrilateral. Perimeter is nothing but boundary of this closed figure. Okay, so what is the next thing given? One of its side is greater than the other side by 25 centimeter. So if you consider any one side of this quadrilateral as x centimeter, then the other side will be x plus 25, because it is greater than the 25 centimeter. So it becomes x plus 25, and we know that opposite sides of a parallelogram are congruent. So if you consider side AD as x, side BC will also become x, and if AB is x plus 25, CD will also become as x plus 25. So let quadrilateral ABCD be a parallelogram and the length of AD be x centimeter. This we have assumed. So therefore length of AB is equal to x plus 25 centimeter. Now length of AD is equal to length of BC, that is equal to x centimeter. Length of AB is equal to length of DC is equal to x plus 25 centimeter. Write the reason as opposite sides of a parallelogram are congruent. Okay. Now let's see. Perimeter of a quadrilateral is equal to 150 centimeter. It is given to us. So what we will do? We will add all the sides of this quadrilateral. Length of AB plus length of BC plus length of DC plus length of AD is equal to 150. Now substitute the values here. Length of AB is x plus 25. Length of BC is x. Length of DC is again x plus 25. And length of AD is x is equal to 150. Now x plus this x plus this x plus this x. So 4 times x, so you will get 4x plus 25 plus 25 is 50. That is equal to 150. Now shift this 50 to the other side, you will get 4x is equal to 150 minus 50, that is equal to 100. So therefore x is equal to 100 upon 4, that is 25. Now you got the value of x. Can you find x plus 25? Yes. So the length of AD is equal to length of BC is equal to x, that is equal to 25 centimeter. So we got the length of two sides. Now remaining two sides we are going to find. Length of AB is equal to length of DC is equal to x plus 25. X is 25 plus 25 is equal to 50 centimeter. Therefore your final answer will be the lengths of the sides of a parallelogram are 25 centimeter, 50 centimeter, 25 centimeter and 50 centimeter. Okay. Now let's move on to the next question. Diagonals of a parallelogram intersect each other at point O. If AO is equal to 5, BO is equal to 12 and AB is equal to 13, then show that quadrilateral ABCD is a rhombus. Now what is given here? Diagonals of a parallelogram intersect each other at point O. AO is given to you, BO is given to you, AB is also given to you, and you have to show that this quadrilateral is a rhombus. So what you will do? AO is equal to 5, BO is equal to 12, AB is equal to 13. Now we have seen the properties of rhombus. Okay. So what is the property? The diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular bisector of each other. Now what is the meaning of perpendicular? That means at the point of intersection they are making 90-degree angle. So this angle AOB is of 90 degree. So you can apply the Pythagoras theorem here. So you can say that AO square plus BO square is equal to AB square. This is the hypotenuse. So AO square is 5 square plus 12 square, that is equal to 25 plus 144, that is equal to 169. Now AB square is how much? AB is given here 13. So that is equal to 13 square, that is equal to 169. Now AB square and this value is equal. That means we can write here AB square is equal to AO square plus BO square. Now by the converse of Pythagoras theorem, triangle AOB is a right angle triangle. Okay. That means angle AOB is equal to 90 degree. That is AC is perpendicular to BD. Reason is AOC are the collinear points. Also quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. Therefore segment AC and segment BD bisect each other and segment AC is not equal to segment BD. Therefore we can say that quadrilateral ABCD is a rhombus. Okay, because it is forming a 90-degree angle here. If it is a parallelogram, it will not form a 90-degree angle. Okay, I hope you all are understanding this. Now remaining sums we will do in the next session. Now let's see the assignment question. If the ratio of measures of two adjacent angles of a parallelogram is 1:2, find the measures of all angles of a parallelogram. Now here the ratio of adjacent angles of a parallelogram is given. What is the ratio? 1:2, and using this we are going to find the measures of the remaining all angles. Now what is the meaning of 1:2? What you will do? One hint I am giving you. Let the common multiple be x. Therefore angle A will become 1 into x, that is nothing but x degree, and angle B becomes 2 into x, that is 2x degree. And we know that opposite angles of a parallelogram are congruent. So if you know angle A is x, angle C will be also x, angle B is 2x degree, then angle D will be also 2x degree. If you find the value of x, you will get the answer. Okay. Now with this I will end this session here. We will meet in the next session. Thanks for watching this video.